entire tracks of people going around it. These road stop signs are here for a reason. So please, for your safety.
All rise! The case of the stolen bicycle is now in session. Judge Loreta presiding. You may be seated.
Hurricane Florence. This whole area here is flooded with a bunch of water. Kidsley News on the go. Hello and welcome back to Kidsley News. Today we are at the UNC Law Building. We are sorry that we didn't get any footage of this, but when we get back to the studio, I'll tell you all about it. Welcome back to the studio. So at the Girl Scout event at UNC, we learned a lot about law, and the first activity that we did was we went over the positions of the courtroom and what they do. So here's a skit, let's go check it out. First, there's the bailiff.
Rise! The case of the stolen bicycle is now in session. Judge Loreta presiding. You may be seated.
The judge's job is to hear the case at hand and to make decisions on them. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the case of the defendant, John, and the plaintiff, Sarah. Order! Order in the court! Order! Order in the court! Next is the clerk. They keep minutes of the proceedings, helps the judge keep the trial go smoothly, and administers oaths to the witness.
Do you swear that the evidence you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. The defense attorney's job is to defend their clients from criminal charges.
The bike that Sarah claims that John stole was clearly not Sarah's, but John's. While John was at the park with some friends, all his friends had a bike, but John didn't. But one of his friends was nice enough to let John borrow their bike. So the bike that John was riding was clearly not Sarah's, but John's friend's.
The witnesses give testimonies about the case at hand. There are two types of witnesses. There are the eyewitness and the character witness. Eyewitnesses talk about what they saw happened or witnessed. Character witnesses talk about the victim's character, how they act, and their personality. I saw John yesterday at like 3 p.m. at the park. He was with some friends, I guess. But yeah, I headed towards the pond and he was there riding a bike. So yeah, I guess that's it. Then we have the prosecution attorney. Their job is to prove the defendant guilty. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, John did in fact steal Sarah's bike. Sarah was at the park the same time that John was at the park with his friends. Sarah left her bike near a tree and went to look at the pond. When she went to the pond, she saw that John was with her bike. The court reporter records everything said during the trial. Sarah had installed a tracker on her bicycle, and when she had a feeling that John was on her bike, she opened the app, and on the app, it showed that her bike was near the lake, not near the tree on the other side of the park where she had left her bike before. The defendant is the person who is being charged at the trial. On this side, we have the defendant, Mr. John Weasley, who has been accused of stealing a bike. The plaintiff is the person who is accusing the defendant at the trial. On this side, we have plaintiff Miss Sarah Williams, who has accused Mr. John Weasley of stealing her bike. And finally, the jury is a group of people who listen to the trial and at the end decide if the defendant is guilty or not guilty. They then select someone to be the jury foreperson to tell the court their decision. The jury finds the defendant guilty. After we learned about the positions in the courtroom, we then learned about the Bill of Rights, which are the first 10 amendments in the U.S. Constitution. The first one being freedom of religion, speech, and press. 2, the right to bear arms. 3, no quartering of soldiers. 4, right to unreasonable searches and seizures.
5. Freedom from self-incrimination, also known as pleading the fifth. 6. Right to a speedy and public trial. 7. Right to a trial by jury in civil cases. 8. Freedom from bail, cruel, and unusual punishments. 9. Other rights to the people. And finally, 10 is power to the states. Thanks to UNC and Girl Scouts for hosting the event. We had a great time learning about law and our rights. And to our viewers out there, we hope you learned a lot about law and that this video will help boost your interest into going into law. And thanks for watching this episode of Kidsley News. We hope to see you in our next video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, that notification bell, and that like button. In our description down below, we have our link to our new Instagram account at Kidsley News. And a reminder, please share this video with others so that Kidsley News can grow. See you in our next video. Bye!